No wonder so many people are drawn to this industry. It's huge, it's very profitable, it's very competitive, and it's always changing. It's fast-paced. Let's say you're one of these people. You're interested in becoming part of this industry, but you don't know exactly just what you'd like to do. What skills should you be developing today? Contrary to popular belief, you don't need a degree in fashion to work in fashion. Many of my students have recently been asking me about this, so I decided to make a video. They've been telling me that they're interested in working in fashion, but they don't know exactly as what. Meaning to say, the industry itself appeals to them, but they don't know how they want to be involved. As what? And they're not even sure if they really want to be in it in the future. So if you or your friends have this kind of dilemma, then stick around because this video is definitely for you. So let me address that question right away. Do you need a degree in fashion to work in fashion? And my answer is no. You don't. In fact, today I'm going to tell you the 5 skills that you should be honing, that you should be developing if you want to work in fashion. Now, let me get this clear. Yes, it does help if you have some kind of a specialized background if you want to be in the creative side of fashion. But again, that's not what everyone is telling me in terms of how they want to see themselves, how they see themselves involved in fashion. And if you're not looking at becoming a creative, then you can definitely do away with a specialized background. Again, today we're going to be talking about the 5 skills which I believe you need to be working on if you ever plan on working in this industry. Now, fashion is a very fascinating, it's a huge industry. In fact, it's one of the world's most important industries out there. It drives a significant part of the global economy. In fact, if we want to quantify that, if we want to know just how big fashion is, well, according to McKinsey's State of the Fashion report, this is back in 2017, it's one of the key value creating industries in today's world economy. And if we want to know how big it is exactly, it represents practically the 7th largest economy in the world today. If you want to know what that means in terms of revenue, we're looking at anywhere between 1.7 to 2.5 trillion USD in revenue, and this is pre-pandemic. No wonder so many people are drawn to this industry. It's huge, it's very profitable, it's very competitive, and it's always changing. It's fast-paced. Let's say you're one of these people. You're interested in becoming part of this industry, but you don't know exactly just what you'd like to do. What skills should you be developing today? Based on my personal experience, and I've worked in merchandising, in product development, quality control, sales, commercial back office, these are the skills that I believe you need. First, communication skills. Second, organizational skills. Third, your ability to work in a team. Fourth, time management skills. And the 5th would be tech and social media skills. Now we're going to go through these skills one by one, and I'm going to tell you exactly why each and every one of them is crucial using my experience in merchandising. So first off, communication skills. As a merchandiser, you have to constantly communicate and coordinate with suppliers, with vendors, with stores, visual merchandising, and even marketing. It's a multifaceted responsibility where you're always coordinating with other parties to ensure that the right merchandise mix reaches the right store with the given price points. You have to understand how to negotiate effectively, you have to be assertive, and you have to be very clear in giving instructions. Second, organizational skills. In fashion, you'll find yourself having to juggle multiple projects at the same time. You have to ensure that each project is delivered delivered on time. In merchandising, for example, you're responsible for the open to buy OTB budget approval, the store design and overall aesthetics. You have to keep track of the inventory levels. You have to make quick decisions based on sales reports that are given to you daily. So being able to develop your own system to stay on top of everything is absolutely crucial. Otherwise, you will find yourself feeling overwhelmed, and then it's not a good scenario when you start losing track of one thing over another. Third skill is teamwork, your ability to work in a team. Fashion is all about collaboration. It's about working with both internal and external teams. Merchandising usually has its own team, and your team regularly works with other parties. Maybe you're looking at stores, suppliers, vendors, even marketing, and again, visual merchandising. You have to have the ability to work effectively and closely with everyone here. So this means your ability to work towards a common goal regardless of your differences. And trust me, you are going to find people with differing opinions, different approaches, especially if you're working in a multicultural team. So what does it mean to have the ability to work within a team? It means having the ability to put your differences aside or overcome them to achieve a common goal. And that common goal is usually being able to satisfy your end customer with the merchandise that you put out there. Fourth skill is time management skills. Again, very, very important. Fashion is very fast paced. It's always changing. It's very, very dynamic. More often than not, your company will be working on 3 seasons at any given time. Time management skills are important. In merchandising, you have to make sure that you're able to forecast sales trends for the next season even before this one is over. In time to firm up a new budget proposal, you need to have executed promotions at the right time to ensure the highest sell-through rates. So if you're not good at managing your time, you're going to end up causing delays, and delays means costing your company a lot of money, and that's something that nobody wants. The fifth skill set would be tech and social media skills. Now, in today's digital world, tech and social media skills for any fashion professional is a must-have. When I say tech skills, I mean being well-versed, minimum, with the most basic word processing applications out there. In merchandising, you are going to be using various software to manage inventory and to track sales. At the very least, you're going to learn how to use data analysis tools to understand trends and your customers' preferences. You're not expected to know these applications before joining the company, but you are going to be expected to learn them rather quickly. When I say you have to be tech savvy, it means you have to be a quick learner when it comes to technology. In terms of social media, almost everyone, if not everyone, is on social media, but using social media for work is different. Again, if we look at merchandising, it means being able to use social media to forecast trends, to check your competitors' activity, to make analysis based on that, and to make sure you are constantly aware of what your target market is thinking and what the best way would be to communicate with them. So there you have it, the 5 skills that I know each one who's interested in joining fashion in the future should be developing at this very moment. Developing these 5 skills will help you land a job in fashion. The important thing is that you're able to clearly communicate how each of these skills fit well into that position that you're going to be vying for eventually. Unless you're going for a creative position again, then you're not going to be expected to have any sort of technical background whatsoever. And with that said, these 5 skills are going to be enough to get a foot in the door. Everything else can be learned on the job. And if at the end of the day, you decide that you don't want to be working in fashion after all, trust me when I tell you that these 5 skills are just as valuable in any other industry today. So go ahead and start investing and start upskilling, start honing these 5 skills today. I hope you found this useful. Again, please share it with friends and anyone else who you think is interested in being part of fashion one day. I look forward to seeing you next week.